Got him that time.
Man, I didn't get it.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the What's Chaw Doing review of shooting the Stoeger M3500. Now in total, I've run about 250 shot shells through this shotgun. I'm going to talk about the things that I liked, things I think I messed up, and yes, I think I made a mistake, and most importantly, how this thing performed and what I did to ensure optimal performance despite my mistakes. Now this is an early review as this is the second time I've taken this thing out, and I'll let you know what I think. The shotgun was shot at a 5-stand, so please forgive my lack of accuracy. I'm a decent shot, but definitely no expert. Now coming up is the juicy montage footage of the shotgun in action, but please don't just stop watching there. I'll show some of the issues I had as well later in this video.
Part of it.
A couple swings and misses on those clays. Now, I'll tell you what I was hoping for and if this shotgun met my expectations. When reviewing early performance on new sporting arms, I always try to consider the conditions, things like setup and break-in. Now, when I first got this shotgun, the improved cylinder choke was installed and I left that good old guy in there. But this recoil spring on the magazine tube came brand new, covered in like a thicker grease or lubricant. Now, I was told to make sure that I properly cleaned that, and I did so, but while I had this broken apart, I went ahead and performed maintenance and cleaning on the bolt and ensured that I applied light lubrication on any place where there would be metal on metal contact or potential friction. Now, keyword there, light lubrication. Now here is where I think I messed up, and if I did or didn't, please let me know down below in the comments. This piece here is known as the recoil reducer. It came with the shotgun. So I saw this guy here and I was like, bro, you helped tame this beast, get on in there. Now I installed this in the stock and all you have to do is back out 2 screws holding the recoil pad in place. Install the included washer and screw this and that good old boy. Well folks, this is my first Inertia, and apparently Inertia Driven shotguns like recoil in order to operate. So when using lighter loads through this thing, the use of this bad mamma jamma tamer might prevent the bolt from cycling properly. And I'll show you some footage of the things that I experienced.
Oh man. Ah. Yeah, that didn't cycle.
So as you can see, I did experience failures to chamber and failures to eject. I think this is because of the 2 factors that I might have contributed to. First, beyond my control, the 5-stand I was at limited muzzle velocity to below 1300 FPS. I had high brass shells, y'all. I just couldn't use them. I know about break-in, and I was trying, but I also had shot shells with a velocity of around 1145 FPS for my girlfriend as she was shooting her Stevens 560. And I was already at the 5-stand, so given the choice to shoot or not, I chose shoot. Secondly, the shells that I was using were 2 3/4 light loads. Remember, I installed the bad mamma jamma recoil reducer and was informed that that might have contributed to some of my issues. If you know, please let me know, because I honestly don't. I obviously have removed this since then, and because that might have been the cause of the misbehaving. Now, on a side note here, I am a decent shot, usually hitting about 60 to 70% of the clays I make an attempt on. So please, let's not roast me about the accuracy, all right? I know I can improve. I'm trying to improve, but I got to practice in order to get better. Remember, y'all, we're here to determine the performance of the Stoeger M3500, not necessarily my performance. As far as I can tell, this thing slings lead where I point it. Even when I point it wrong, it's where I was generally pointing it. By the way, if you did see something I personally did wrong besides miss, okay, let me know. I always look for tips to improve my fundamentals. So far, the clips only show a portion of the shells actually run through this thing. Like I said, about 250. I'm going to take it back out, having removed the recoil reducer, and continue to test her and will provide a future update. Now, personal opinion, I was pleasantly surprised that despite common belief that this thing needed a break into function with lower velocity shells, by majority, most of the shot shells cycled the action properly. Now remember, I did experience some issues, but because of the low FPS of the shells I was using in conjunction with the recoil reducer possibly affecting the function, I do want to take her back out before I pass hard judgment on her. So far, I do like her though. Now, as always, I appreciate a subscribe and a like. If you turn notifications on, you'll receive updates as I post future content. Comment down below. I always appreciate your feedback and support. Until next time, have a good one.